All right, all right. A little late to the game here. Still figuring out this YouTube streaming thing. Thought I was live, but for a scheduled stream, I had to actually click the go live button instead of just, yeah, whatever. You know what? It is what it is. Got it figured out now. Let's close out of that. Make sure we're live, because I'm not seeing it everywhere. Pull it up on my laptop, see if it's working out. Looks like it's live on my laptop. Yeah, we got it going. There we go. There we go. All right. Get some FOMC day, rate decision day, big day. That's later at 2 p.m. Eastern time. We'll see if we get a slow day up until then. Kind of just play it by ear. Doing some charting right now, see what we got going on. Clear out some of this stuff. Don't like clutter. Zoom in here. I don't know if you guys can see these see the 5 minute and hourly charts so well, so I'm gonna try zooming in. If anyone knows, this open interest pops up every time, no matter if I delete it or not. I remove it, close the app, pops up again. It's not cool. Not cool, man. All right, I know I gotta clear some of these Fibonacci levels out. Let's see here. Which ones are we respecting the most? I want to say this one. Which one's the older one? Let's remove this. Yeah, we'll keep that for now. Keep that for now. Do the same with NASDAQ. Not much going on so far. Slow, slow start to the morning. We had a crazy pop on NASDAQ yesterday, so you can't get all mornings like that intense start and opportunity to make a lot of money. You gotta be patient, sit back. Let's see here. Clear out this old Fibonacci level on the NASDAQ as well. Definitely getting some dip. It's crazy how we completely took those highs and then market open at 6 p.m. Eastern time yesterday, reopen, it just took back all of those gains and now we're dumping more. We dumped below that pre-market low, it looks like. No, not quite. That pre-market low was 15,550. Didn't quite hit that. We'll see if we can do that today. Looks like we might get some rejection off of here and downside. I think it'll really be contingent upon how the S&P reacts here. S&P is kind of just chilling on VWAP. It broke up to the upside a little bit, but immediately back down. Let's look at it. Take a look here. Yep. So we see that break above, and now we're just back below this 4,590 level. Kind of creating a Little trend here. Upward trend. Let's see if I can chart that out a little bit better. Got something like that going on. Still above the 200 SMA though. 200 SMA is a good indicator for me whether I should be bullish in a trade or bearish in a trade. If it's chopping around the 200 SMA, I like to stay away. It's just a good rule of thumb in my opinion. Get some more of this morning coffee. The energy. Man, I swear I have energy drinks, but a couple sips of a coffee and I'm just wired. Especially going to the gym on it. Coffee and gym. Whew. I go ballistic mode in the gym. It's the only way I can get through a workout though now, or at least anymore. I used to back in the day. I used to like being no pre-workout, no nothing. I just take some protein shakes after the gym, but nowadays I need that energy boost. Thrive on it. So we've still got some diminishing volume here. See if see if we get a break of something. Nice little diminishing volume. If we can keep this 45.90 level as resistance, break below this trend, we very well could see some downside. See what NASDAQ has to do. No, I can't pull up two charts or two different futures at the same time yet. I gotta get working on my YouTube game. But here I'll go back to NASDAQ. S&P is just kind of chilling right there as you saw. All right. NASDAQ did not respect this EMA's resistance. This EMA is the 50 EMA, I believe, that I have. Yep, 50 EMA. So we're getting a little pop up here as the S&P is coming up on 45.90 again. So we could very well just have a tap on the 200 SMA and VWAP. They're kind of just coasting right on top of each other right now. But nothing showing me a good sign for a trade yet. I mean, we did have a little volume breakout here on NASDAQ, so that could be an indicator at times, but that's just times. I don't want an unconfident trade. I gotta wait for something where you're sure you're gonna make the big bucks. Otherwise, you're just throwing money away. Or, I mean, honestly, if you're just that impatient, you could just go to micros and just trade the MES or MNQ instead. Focus on stuff like that. But it's not the best habit to get into. I've learned the hard way. Henceforth, my name, Spaz Trading. Looks like we could very well catch this liquidity back from the open. Nasdaq's definitely looking like it's gonna push up. Let's check the book map here. Haven't even looked at that today yet. All right. Seeing a lot more liquidity down at 45.85 on ES, which could just be strong support, but and then even below that, 45.80. See, let's look over at the Nasdaq. We got a point of control right about at the open, so I think that's even more reason. Oh, point of control just adjusted to the current position around 15,620. So I take that back. I take it back. Oh, I gotta turn the volume off for this. All right, all right. I don't know if one watching is me watching or if I got a viewer here, but what's up if I do? Feel free to feel free to drop a chat and get some convo going. If there's someone there and I'm not just going crazy. Yeah, we got we got that resistance of the 200 SMA and VWAP, so I mean, if Nasdaq's gonna break it, it definitely needs some strength. And look at that. That's probably not the best sign for Nasdaq with ES rejecting on the 45.90 level. Still resistance, like I said. Popped below the 200 SMA for a second, and this volume candle breakout. But, you know, we just have so much support here on the book map. So much liquidity down here. It's probably gonna fight to get towards the liquidity. I mean, it almost touched on it, but it's gonna fight for this liquidity and could just hold just above it. Seeing it a lot here, starting at 45.85, right on this 50% fib level and down to this 38.2% fib level. I know I mapped the Fibonacci inverted, so just helps me. I prefer it. Yep. All right, let me go into my studio, YouTube studio. Just check on some things on the stream really quick. Let's see, let's see. Right. Got one view. And I feel like can't tell if hmm, new to this whole YouTube thing. Yeah, everything still seems to be pushing up. I'm not really having faith in a little mini trend line here. Just doesn't say much for me. If you start to trade too much on just on trend lines and all this fake TA crap, you're gonna lose some money. Look at that. Here, let me pull up the Nasdaq chart. It pushed back above VWAP, Nasdaq or QQQ. Um, yeah. So it looks like it's gonna hunt for this liquidity up here at at market open from 15,637 about. Always try to do more towards the base of the candle, not these little wicks. So, for instance, if I'm using a candle to like if I were in a trade right now and looking to get out, and I was aiming for something around this price target, I would aim for the base right around here, 15,636, 5.5, something like that. I mean, there's just a lot of factors that go into it too. Yesterday's fib levels are coming up right here, the 50%. So there's that. Could create some resistance. Um, as of right now, it's just kind of still pushing up. ES just had another push to 45.90, but it rejected off that again. So we'll see, we'll see. This could just be like a little rising wedge and then right down, like the sound effects. Yeah. Hmm. Mm-hmm. No trades yet. We're still just chugging along here. Still chugging along. I very well could have taken a risky trade here, but like I said, it's just you start taking risky trades like that where you have some confidence, but not all the confidence in the world, and you're gonna lose money. You're gonna lose money, my friend. Um, just for fun's sake, let's draw a little line here to show our trend. Steep little trend we got. Could even go like this. Top of the trend. Right about there. It's not perfect, but like I said, if you're relying only on little trend lines to make a trade, man, you gotta rethink that. Check out some of my streams and rethink that, fam. 'Cause likely ain't gonna work. Good for you if it does, but likely it's not. Man, there's not enough coffee in the world that can save me from this lack of sleep that I got last night. All right, we got a dump on ES. You know what? I might be taking a trade here on the Nasdaq. Might be taking a trade. I'd like to see this 623 touch. And not enough conviction yet. Not enough conviction here. It's really hard on days like this with the FOMC rate decision. Too. Things are gonna be wishy-washy, and then if there's low volume movements, a big market maker can just step in and just say, "Fuck you guys, I'm taking your money." Sayonara. Good old sayonara to your money. Savings account, bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Ah, yeah. So we're just in a channel on ES still. I'm thinking. Uh, so if I were to take a trade right now, it'd probably be right here on the 15 623. Like I said, touch there on the 200 SMA, and then back down. But too confident yet. Not too confident. I just don't really see the S&P moving down, and I like to I like to see the market and movement together. Nasdaq and the S&P are moving simultaneously in one direction and seem seem pretty strong in that direction, then I think that's a great indicator. If one's going up, one's going down, one's chopping, one's trying to make a decision, then I don't trade it. End of the story. See, I would have had a tight stop here. Don't get me wrong. I probably would have stopped out above this candle here. Right about 26. So that would have only been a $60 stop. But $60 is $60. And I like the dollars. Keep the dollars coming. Or you could have put the stop loss here, but man, you always want to keep your stop loss as tight as possible. Find the entry that's the most optimal, whether it be as the thing's looking like it's just gonna, for instance, right now, like if this thing just, I saw red and sellers piling in, some volume coming in, then I'd probably take a trade and be able to set a stop at break even, just for that breakout and downside. And that's kind of one of what you want to look for in an entry. You wanna really find on that breakout or or a bounce play. I mean, those are difficult to trade, but if you get a lot of liquidity and a rejection off a certain level, I mean, you can have really tight stop losses on them, and I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, this is the perfect trade that will make you all the money, or this is the perfect trade that will get you rich, because man, there's never really such a thing as perfection. You can only get better. It can only go up, or at least that's the way I look at it. And everything's always changing. You think the market's trading now like it was 10 years ago? No. I've gone back and done some like back testing through Thinkorswim or different platforms to kind of just do some historical charting and kind of look at trends and how trading worked then compared to now, and everything's always changing. I'd like to get some music going, but oh, I got copyright issues on my last video. I have to see if this damn thing is, I have to try to edit my copyright video to be able to post it, because I want to be able to have all my lives up on my page so people can check in with my P&Ls daily. As you see, we're still at this 625 P&L. Oh wait, I gotta change the screen. I'll be. As you can see, we're still at this 625. I mean, we're still in the eval. We're not at PA account yet, or performance, whatever account, but we will get there. 625 on day one, man. I'd say that's the right track. We are on track. Hmm. Catching some downward movement for sure, but look at this tiny volume. Look at this. Whoop, going down again. Whoop. We got a whoop. We got a whoop. All just leading to some flat, low volume. I'd be pretty surprised. I mean, I'd be pretty happy if we got some good movement before that 2 o'clock FOMC rate decision, because we might have to end the stream and get back on later. Oh, I'm gonna do some yawning right now. Stretch out my back. So we're heading right back into this range, and you want to be careful taking this down, taking this trade down, getting right back into a range. It very well could chop back around. I mean, or look at that. It hit this demand range and then went back up. Wow. See, when we've got low volume like that, especially, oh, ES is just still going. When we've got low volume like this, and a pretty hefty economic decision later in the day, you never know what to expect. I almost totally forgot we've got crude oil inventories at 10:30. Gotta look forward to that. We got 18 minutes on that right now. 18 minutes. What y'all think about them apples? Good old 18 minutes. I gotta get a microphone. I'm using a headset right now. It ain't fun. I feel it in my ear. My eardrum. No, more like my earlobe. My lobular. Who back in the day came up with words? Like who made like earlobe? Who's just like that looks like a lobe. Like, oh, did you hurt your earlobe, man? Or the drum inside your ear? I just I want to be in charge of making words. I feel like I'd make some good words. Or I'd just make the human race sound a little bit more insane. Either or. It seems like a win-win to me, honestly. Some people are too uptight as it is. All right, we got ES pushing on this 4590 area again. And we have a test of looks like we're hitting above the 200 SMA and VWAP on NASDAQ. And I think right now, if I were to be a little riskier, oh, sorry, I might make some more coffee here. If I were to be a little bit more riskier, I would take a trade off here and then just like little scalps off 4590 and then somewhere around 4588, like this grouping of EMA and SMAs, but just because it's been trading this general little area here, sideways channel. I'd have to be feeling super dangerous for that. Super dangerous. Can everyone hear this? Let me check the volume. Yeah, volume seems to be working. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. See, look, if I was feeling dangerous, see. Let's see if my dangerous self would have profited. So I know it's not necessarily the case exactly. I know the Nasdaq's like, well, one, it's composed of some similar and some different stocks than the S&P. But just as far as like the Nasdaq's movement, it just always to me feels like the Nasdaq is a precursor to the S&P. Like it just kind of tries to predict what movement's about to happen with the S&P, and it kind of reacts or acts out a little bit before. I mean, it can be an anticipated move that is doesn't work out and the Nasdaq will automatically adjust back, but that's just that's just something that I've kind of gathered, but I know it's not something to depend on and it's not 100% accurate. There's a lot more that goes into it than that. And sometimes the S&P can have breakouts that are a lot stronger than the Nasdaq. I mean, just look at the daily chart. Nasdaq dropped a lot like 2 days ago. What was that, Monday? On this day, the 24th, Nasdaq just kind of like kept this low range, and then if you look over here at the S&P, S&P S&P took this strong green day. So it was 1 day ahead of the reaction of the Nasdaq. So this was a precursor. Kind of just found some support on this daily EMA here. Which chart do I want to keep up for now? Oh shit, I just realized that I'm still on the profit. I gotta get used to this, guys. Gotta get used to it. Look at this channel still. Oh, my dangerous self would have profited. But you know what? That's 2 points. You're really gonna risk off and look at how much you would have had 50 cent uh downfall, and unless you took a stop loss here, you would have had 50 cents. So just on one contract to make $100, I mean, you would have been down 25 for a second. And then if you really wanted to make money, 10 contracts to make 1,000, 250 loss. It's just, I mean, while it might seem like a good risk off, it's just having strong confidence instead of trading chop can really be good for building the ego too. Knowing yourself as a trader and knowing you're not just taking all these sporadic trades. I can go ahead and remove that because it's clear we're just making some sideways chop here. Chop chop. Chop chop chop. Alright, I'm gonna go into YouTube Studio while nothing's going on and see if my video is done being processed because I was checking it yesterday and holy crap, it just was processing and processing and processing. Oh, is my live labeled as profit? No, it's labeled as live. Yeah. we go. All right, content. See my current live. See if it's done main process and I can edit out this copyright crap. I'm just gonna trim it down to essentially where, there we go. Can trim it down to essentially the trading I made. I have to pull it up in my notes. And go to 233.52. We're just trimming it down here to essentially when I made the trades to kind of, I was messing around with the stream and learning the basics. So I'm kind of just getting the fluff out and focusing on the important content that I really want to get out there, which is what trades I'm taking. 254.43. So we got a good 20 minutes in there. Two 33. Gotta zoom in here. 233.52. Zoom in again. There we go. All right, I got the start and 254. I can't figure out how to manually type where to trim. I mean, there's a box to type it, but I hit enter and it doesn't save that. 254.43. Same thing, man. Check the charts. Yep, still chopping around. Not too much fun. I might. 254. 3. All right. Let's zoom out and make sure we got that done right. 233.52 to 254.3. Oh crap, I'm getting a call. Oh wow. Oh guys, you see this? Oh, this was 10. No, not 10:30 crude oil and just a massive spike. Wow. Interesting. Look at that volume. See, I kind of wanted to take that downside on this. Crap, I didn't see it in time, but entry here with how it just pushed down. I mean, granted it absorbed up, but look at how that volume just shot down. And then we'd have a tight stop right about here to 45.90 to 75. Let's see. I gotta save up this video first. I think we're good here. I'm gonna save that. Back to the video being processed. All right. Let's do some digging. All right, guys, I gotta hop on a call really quick. Um, I don't know where the YouTube went. I gotta hop on a call really quick, so I'm gonna mute it up for a second. See, look at this here. I'll give it a second. See, we still couldn't break this 45.90. We had all the selling pressure. Granted, it got soaked back up, but I mean, after that push down and unable to break again, I kind of would have really liked getting in a position here. Would have entered at 45.90 or 45.90.25. Stop 50 cents higher about, and I'd kind of just be looking to get down here. This sideways channel is where I'd be first take profit. 45.86, and like I said, I try to aim 25 cents above, like under where my target is, just to make sure the profit hits, the target hits, and we don't bounce just short. So I'd be I'd be holding this still. Could even be lowering my stop to break even there, if not down here, like a little bit below, so I'd secure some profit. But yeah, I mean, it's just this clear sideways channel right now. I mean, besides the attempt to break above here, we're in a clear sideways channel. Well, I've got the charts up and running. Let me zoom in on these so you guys can see it better. Gotta figure out how to adjust what settings I want so you guys, the viewers, can see it the most optimally. Let's zoom in even more. Look at that, guys. I mean, still haven't broken below, but I mean, I'd still be comfortable in the trade that I'm in. Like I said, it's a sideways channel, and I just wait to hopefully take profit, if not get stopped out at break even about, and I'd be taking profit at 45.86.25, probably going with two contracts. 45.90, it'd be about 4 points, 400 bucks, 200 per contract. All right. I'm gonna I'm gonna take a call. Let me pull up. Taking. All right, I'm gonna keep the stream going, but yeah, I gotta hop off and take this really quick. How do I mute? Hmm. All right, y'all, we back in business. So remember that little gameplay that I said off the 45.90? Well, I would have sure as hell hit. That would have been a $400 profit. Shoulda, coulda, woulda though, right? It's crazy that we're back under the 1560 level on Nasdaq. Kind of surprised by that. Let me go to my live. All right. Looks like I missed a view. Dang. Looks like Nasdaq's going 10 points down. Gonna touch that 80 level about. Wants it. It's hungry. It's hungry. Let's pull up Nasdaq. See now, for this example, I don't know if you guys can see, like right where this cursor is, this support right here. This support and then the dip below and then back up. I just wouldn't, there we go, that touch. I would take at least the majority of my profit, like right here on that base candle. Because I don't like trading below these little pop out, like bursts and then like soak back up to the support or resistance, vice versa. So I would have done like 50 cent to, I mean, on NASDAQ, I'll usually do a little bit more, maybe even like a point or two or three, um, above where I'm like trying to take my ideal target, but I'll profit take it point or two above, which would have just hit. There's there's that. Hmm. Nasdaq is looks to be predicting more movement to the downside. I mean, if we can break through this previous low, see what's gonna happen here. Makes me a little bit makes me want to take a trade on the S&P because we did break below this low. If we pop back here, I'm going to hop in one. And I really should have been in up here. But let's go for 35.85. Target 2 shares there with I gonna do 2 with a 75 stop. Now we're right. See, I might get out of this. We're right on a support level. I mean, granted, if I do take this trade, if I get filled, I mean, this little pre-market was a support area, but but at the same time, there's more downside to go from yesterday. Looks like we're about to get filled. Oh, it touched on my entry, but didn't fill me. Nasdaq is just going. That's so unfortunate that I didn't get the fill there, guys. It went right back up. And no fill. Sheesh. Well, it is what it is. We have to take another trade. So, like I was saying before, you can go back in the stream, but this ideal trade, you saw resistance get established here. You saw a massive volume candle try to bring it down. And then, granted, it got soaked, but we went up, tapped off the resistance again, and couldn't break. That would have been that would have been the optimal short position right there. Starting to not like this. Second. That would have been the optimal short position, and then I would have taken, if not all profit, I would have taken a majority at 45.86 and 25 cents. Just because I saw the sideways channel establishing that being the support for the sideways channel right here. And then if I didn't take all profit, I would be holding and then set a new stop loss right above this little pullback. Got to pull up the book map really quick, see how we're doing here. Definitely getting filled on this liquidity down here. We got 445.82 and 50 cents as the majority of the liquidity. And then below that, some at 45.80, but I'm exiting this position. I didn't get my fill up here, and the more I'm seeing this, we're getting some selling pressure for sure, but if we pop back up from here, I'm not. It's probably going up more. It's not the best short if it at the price I wanted. How we doing here? How we doing? It says concurrent viewers, but I swear that's just me viewing it. Hmm. There we go. Breakdown. Broke through the see this most of the liquidity was on the 45.8250, which was right at this 23% Fibonacci level. These retracements are pretty helpful, I will say. Not something to completely rely on, but I like I like utilizing them as a tool. Let's go down and see what the zero level, which is where we were yesterday. That would be 45, 79, 75. Mm. Mm-hmm. And Nasdaq is just dumping. Sayonara. It broke below the 15,600 level, and we are down 60 points from that even now. Wow. 60 points and moving. Sheesh. Let's update the NASDAQ book map and see where we're going. Sheesh, 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 guys. What a day to trade. What a day to be alive. Definitely seeing, so if you look here, we're seeing some volume pickup, which is pretty good sign. And we're still going lower, so that's some strength down. Not looking too reversally, or at least yet. Still having more volume. I'd like to even itch in a short on Nasdaq, maybe about this 64, 63 level, but we're just going down. It's giving me that FOMO trader energy, which is not good, guys. No FOMO trading. Whoops. Say no to the FOMO. Hmm. Uh, Still yawning over here. Lack of sleep. Let's pull up the NASDAQ. Let's pull her up and see what we got going on. We are engulfing everything down here. Wow. No, I wouldn't be surprised for a touch on 500 and just shoot back up. I might even take a risky trade on that, guys. What are you here for, though, if it's not entertainment? I'm here to entertain. We'll see once it gets down there. Uh, we're watching for ES to touch this 0 Fibonacci level 2 that we were at the other day. Like I said, the 45, 79 and 75 cents. 4,579. So I don't think it's at the bottom yet. I think Nasdaq's still dumping. This is just some craziness if you ask me, guys. Looking like Nasdaq can reclaim this 35. 535. And then oh, and we'll see. But if this isn't a beautiful inverse U, break through that previous low, continuation down. She's a beauty. She's a beaut. Here we're getting back into this breakout. This little supply zone. I'm taking a tiny trade here, guys. Might get stopped out before I can even put it up with for you guys. Just a little tester. Let's see. There we go. I'm doing it above. Ideally right around here. And then I'm gonna be looking for 15,500 exit. We just have to make sure we're not bouncing. So we're at a high here of 42.5. I'm gonna put mine right about that for that range. That range that I'm looking to stay below. And we're just kind of watching the S&P, seeing how it reacts and getting a feel for if it's going to take the Nasdaq higher or lower. Both of them are moving in a certain direction. What's going on here? Let's take the higher of these, 39. I'm going to take 39. So that high is 39 and make it my new stop. Just above. We'll do 40.25. And now we're going to be targeting. I mean, we're basing this on liquidity on the book map is what I do for targets like this. But as long as we get continuation down on the S&P, I can definitely see us coming around the 1500 range. But just to be safe, we got 20s. We got the 20s for some liquidity, it looks like. 20 or just below. But I'm going to be aiming for Honestly, I'm gonna be aiming. Let me change this to a one cancels other order. Doing those. Doing those here. So we're about $100 loss as my stop limit. And then we're gonna be targeting. I mean, I might adjust it, but I want to target just above the 15,500 level. I'm gonna go for like 0575 just cuz we might hit a good amount of resistance once we get there. I'm watching this here with my finger on the closed trade trigger. Just just with how drastically we came down on Nasdaq. I mean, yeah, I think we can get some continuation, but also wouldn't be too surprised if it just went down or if it came back up, I mean. Watching and waiting, guys. Oof. Oof. We're closing out. Stopping out. Stopped out of that. Just barely. Wow. It hit right on my stop. To the penny. But we did have a breakout above the 21 EMA on the S&P, so not too surprised by that. Let's see what to do here. Really want to get in a trade. I'm kind of sick of this not being patient. All right, so let's see what I am at $83 loss. My peak balance was about 300 higher than what it's at now. It's not too hot. Let's see what we can do here. If we can get another opportunity, let's check the book map. I mean, I'm seeing this liquidity at the 50s. I really have confidence that we're going to come down a little bit more. You know what? If we don't, this little wick might just mean reversal back up. TBD. But I don't like that we didn't hold that. And this wick right here is just the doji down, the wick down. I mean, it very well could reverse and just shoot right back up. So we're gonna try that out. I mean, I didn't get a low that I would have wanted. Kind of hopped in pretty high, but we'll see. Kind of take the stop as we go. Definitely looks like we're climbing out here. Can kind of see the P&L there as we go. Um, so as far as where to take profit, a good option would definitely be this like 61, 62 range. I'm still pretty comfortable even with this downside here. And it's not much volume. And let's see. Looks like we're coming back up at about the pre-market open on the ES. So I'm gonna be targeting. Well, first I'm gonna have a maximum stop at 25 in case this thing just really dumps. I mean, that's not an optimal stop loss for sure, guys. But I hopped on this trade with some upward pressure that I saw. So I'll be targeting. I'll be targeting 59, which will put us at about hmm, figuring out where to target right now. Might just be moving my stop till I see us clear some of this liquidity. I just keep moving my stop up and then take it from there. But we really got that drastic drop, and now it looks like climb, 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 shoot back up. We're seeing some buyers stepping in, seeing us climb above these EMAs too. So now this breakout, I'm gonna make my stop about here, 39.25. That's what I'm gonna adjust my stop to. Make sure. You know, I like on the 5 minute or the 1 hour chart, kind of the 32 of this 31.25. I kind of like that better for a stop. But let's adjust this. 31.25. We're just playing it by liquidity here, guys. I mean, granted, we're coming up on the 50 EMA and we're coming off this low. And sometimes I'll see us tap this like this previous low and which was support and it'll turn into some resistance. So we'll definitely want to pay attention as it comes up here. But a strong breakthrough of here, honestly, and I would be not too surprised to see it come back above this 15 15,588 level-ish, if not not even 15,600. So we're about entering. So this breakout, sometimes I'll take profit here, but I only have one contract in here, guys. Sometimes I'll take like see this big candle breakout. I'll take towards the top of the base of the candle, so about 58, which was close to where we tapped. The high was 57. So I'd probably aim to take around 58 on that, but just being above the EMAs and showing the strength that we are and the drastic dip recovery, I'm just pretty pretty strong. I have pretty strong faith. But to play it safe, I'm looking like I'm gonna take profit up here in the 60s, low 60s to a good 62.25. I like that number. Uh, we're aiming for 62.25. I'm not putting it on in case we get a strong pop through this EMA. I'm leaving her off. I'll just close it out manually. Close her out manually, boys. Boys and ladies and gents. Hmm. Hmm. Not liking this move. So I want the S&P to kind of stay above this initial or the pre-market at around 9 o'clock, which was 45.84. That's kind of where I want the S&P to be above that, and it can get back above this here. We're cat and mousing the this level, but if we get above this, stay above this, I'm liking us going back into the channel. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up S&P right here, kind of take a look at what's going on here to get a good idea. Hmm. See how we're cat and mousing this level right here. I'm probably going to be moving my stop. I don't want to take too much of a loss here. It's got to be this 33, 34.5 at least for my stop. I just don't like making it so low. Hmm. S&P breaks down. I'm closing this out. $37.25 is where I'm putting my final. Not a fan of how the S&P did that. If it was a fake out, we need to come back up right here from that. But not the hottest morning so far, guys. This is why taking profit is key. So, I mean, we didn't even hit the 58 level like I was looking. All right, we're gonna make this lower new stop. Low, 38.25. It's right about where my stop is. All right. Could have just been a slight pullback here. We'll see. I don't like that we're back below these EMA levels on the S&P. Got to get above the 50. Kind of retest this 200 and see what we do there. And we're trading about the 15,550 mark, which looks like it's acting as a kind of resistance point for now. Maybe just like a psychological resistance, being that flat number that it is. A lot of fives. 1555, 15550. Yeah, I think I got it. I think I got her. So we'd really want to see us ideally pop back above where we went here. If we just level off again here and don't make a higher low from this downtrend, don't make a higher low, then I'm losing faith in this upside. But as of right now, I'm honestly aiming for this 15,588 level. I know it can seem a little greedy right now, And a good place if I had more contracts would be to take profit in this little chop range. I would like that usually, or even right here. Like I said, we just touched on the base of this candle breakout. Let's see. Oh, you guys can't even see my Nasdaq chart. I forgot. Pull it up. Yeah, so we're kind of just watching to see how it behaves here. Above, looking for a break above here, above this breakout candles high, and then next this chop zones high and the previous lows support. And we're using the ES to really help us out here too. So it touched that 4,585 level, which is the previous high off of this low. Now we're coming back down, as you can see in the Nasdaq as well. Just kind of being patient with it. I mean, as of right now, I'm pretty comfortable with my stop. It takes a slight loss, which I'd wish to be at break even if I had a better entry, but let's see, do I have a profit taking on here? Let me pull up. You guys able to see this? Huh. Wonder why it's not. Am I that much delayed? Oh, I don't have it as live on my stream that I'm looking at. All right, there we go. Right, I was a little concerned for a second there. Now I can focus. All right. So we're definitely seeing this pressure to the upside. I mean, we saw the high volume on the dip. Saw us break above the EMAs. Definitely got some buying pressure. We could zoom back up here. I'm looking for a high, pretty high target, pretty hefty target if you ask me. I mean, some may call it greedy, but I'm just using different. I mean, mainly this Fibonacci level from the other day, and then I'll be using this low as a kind of basis to see where how I'm feeling once I get up there. All right, I need to pull up the book map as well. If we dip again, I'll definitely be taking some profit, trying to play safe, but we're we're touching this touching this previous low. So, I mean, if I had more than one contract here, I'd be taking some profit. But being back above these EMAs that we are, pretty dang comfortable. Pretty dang comfortable for at least an 88 touch. No. Oh crap, I forgot to put the cone back on my dog. Be right back, guys. Had to get that cone situated on him. So ES is still struggling to break above this 45 4,585 level. If we break above it, I'm seeing more upside on the Nasdaq, but I really want to break above it right now. Come on, guys. Because this low is going to be acting as some support, and I'm about ready to exit this position. But you know how it goes. The second I exit, the second it goes. All right, we're cutting it close here, guys. All right, I'm gonna take some profit here. Moment of truth. Taking profit. Man, I really think I could have got another 20-point move out of this. But being in only one contract that I'm playing the safe game. That also gave us a 392 P&L. I didn't even realize. That's not too bad. I'll take it. So we're above the 1,000 mark on our benchmark for a performance account. Slowly but surely wins the race, right, guys? It's all about what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of just sizing contracts with more size once I grow the account larger. Scaling is the word I was looking for. So I'm trying to scale. So trade trade smaller amounts of contracts, if not even like instead of Nasdaq, I'd even be considering breaking down into MNQs and just doing like 4 contracts of micros just to really like make sure I'm scaling properly and building up the confidence in the account. See, now the only idea for a short here in my mind would be, yeah, there was downward momentum and like this low for reversal, but with the S&P, I'm still bullish. This thing just recovered from this low. The S&P's back up in the channel. I mean, the ideal channel would be It's touching on it actually. So it's touching on the low. So we'll kind of see here. It's at the 4,586 level. That's exactly what we're on right now. Nasdaq seems to be breaking above. And it looks like my what I was targeting is panning out. We're popping up here still. I'm gonna take me off the trading, go back to charting. There we go. Yeah, I mean S&P is back in the channel again, the sideways channel. So I'd say that's a pretty good sign that we're gonna at least touch on this 15,588, 89 level Nasdaq. We've got the point of control all the way up at 15,625. I mean, crap, if I had two contracts in at this at a better price lower, um and I would have sold one there, I probably would have just adjusted the other one to 15,547, just below the 50 benchmark, and kind of just rode it out. I mean, I'd be taking profit either way there. I'd look to see for this break. I'd look to see for the 15,600 break, and then I'd look to see potential point of control hit it just under 15,625. And VWAP too, 15,605 is what it's at right currently. I'm glad we got this opportunity though before 2 o'clock. Some days like this with the FOMC rate decisions, or even the day before, just don't offer much on as far as movement for a good trade. But we've been getting some pretty good opportunities in the market, some good volatility, opening up some good opportunities. Oh, hey, Hefe, what's up? I didn't even notice you're in the chat. Feel free, feel free to ask questions or bring up or talk. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here if you want to talk. If you're trading too, go over something that you've been trading. I'm doing good, Hefe. Doing good. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'll respond in the chat too. Making some money, man. Doing good, making some money. Enjoying the day. And yourself? Here, I'll pull this up for you. I don't know if you watched my last trade, but we'll pull up the so right here, this is my P&L for the day. I'm doing the Apex funded account. I was at a $625 profit yesterday. Now we're up 392. 392 on the day, bringing us to an account balance of $51,016. So good little start to the day. Good little start. Feel free to like the video if you're enjoying the content. Give me a subscribe. I'll be here. I'll be here every day trading market open to essentially when the market just dies down or stops giving me some opportunity. So I took this trade earlier. I'll go over since I believe you're on watching. I took a trade I should have been in a trade going down, but I saw this. We kind of broke this level here, which I was looking to stay below 39, and I hopped in a trade about here. It wasn't the best entry level. Held through on this dip, adjusted my stop to right below this dip, and then I like that we're back above these exponential moving averages, and I ended up taking some profit right around at this low, just in case this previous low support turned into resistance here. So I took profit about here, and then I do have confidence, a pretty decent amount of confidence that we could see more upside back up to here. But that's for the rest of the day to determine. I'm looking over at the S&P right now too, and I was talking earlier about this channel, the sideways channel that we're in. If you look at my cursor, we had the lows at 4,586 and the highs at 4,580, 4,590 about. I mean, granted, we did go above here, but that was just call it a little false breakout. So we had that false breakout and just resumed the channel. And now we had this downside breakout and we are currently back in the channel as well. So while we're in this channel, I probably won't be trading. I mean, if you're really risking it, um, there's there's definitely potential to trade within a channel and just realize what the channel is and stick to it. But it can be a riskier way to trade, and I kind of try to trade on what I find a more guaranteed trade. So as of now, we've got Nasdaq pushing up still to that 88 level I was targeting, but just since I was only in one contract and up about 25 points, I just felt the need to take that profit that I had. It was a good run. Was a good run. So now we're just waiting for some more opportunity. FOMC rate decision comes in at 2 p.m. Eastern time today. I probably will be getting off a little bit for lunch. Taking some time for myself, maybe hitting the gym, but not yet. Not yet. We're still on here. Still on here cruising away. They call me the Spasmanian Devil with all these trades, man. I'd be making them. I don't know. Another day, another dollar. I'm gonna try figuring out here shortly as well how to I want to try to promote just a couple bucks, promote the channel, try to get some viewers out here so I can interact with some people and not just be talking to myself like a psychopath. But it's definitely fun to do the YouTube streaming thing. I'm enjoying it so far, still getting the hang of it. Still getting the hang of it, guys. Man, this climb has just been so here's the main support earlier, which is worth noting. It was 15,580. Now we just tapped on that, broke above it, and a little tiny spike in volume, but it acted as some resistance, and we'll see if it holds or not. But we're on a pretty steep uphill climb. and recovery from this dip that it's looking like we're still gonna go above this low from yesterday. Open low. I'd like to put some music on in here, but like I said, I think earlier, the YouTube got me on some copyright BS. Love that. I wish Spotify had a setting where you could check to only play, like make a radio station, but have the radio station only be non-copyright violation songs. Non-copyright violation songs. We'll see. Looks like I got some more viewers in here. What's up, guys? Uh, I don't know how long you've been on, but I'll just going over some trades for the day. I'll pull up some trades that I did. So I'm up 392 on the day again. 625 was my profit for yesterday trading on Apex. 392 brings my balance to a little over 51,000. Um, let's see on the charting. I missed the trade to the downside. I was looking to trade it more on the S&P. I really wanted to get it on the S&P when, see right here. So we saw a spike in volume to the downside. Granted, it got soaked up, and then we tapped back on this resistance level of the sideways channel. So that was at 4,590. So we tapped back on this resistance and rejected on it. So right here would have been a good position, but I was distracted, didn't get in, and then I could have got in here, but I didn't risk it. And I just didn't want to end up chasing this thing in case it bounced it at this low or bounced again here at this channel low, which is kind of what I was looking at here. So I watched it come all the way down, and then I saw some volume increase. Granted, I took a little loss on a trade, so that's when I switched to the Nasdaq. I took a small trade about here, around here, hoping to bounce off the what is this? The 12 EMA that I have. So I was hoping to have this level be as a resistance. I took a small loss for I think 60, $80. And then seeing us start to recover and then seeing on the 1 hour chart just this down wick and then back above, I I got in for a bullish position, got in long, and once this little dip happened here, I made my stop right below it, right at about 36, 37. My target was initially 15,588. This zero fib level from that I had from yesterday, just seeing that we were recovering with strength. But once we came around this area of this previous low, since I only had one contract and I was up about 25 points, I just didn't find the need to or feel the need to be greedy. So I went ahead and took some profit here, right about here, I think. I saw some support or some resistance. So I took profit here. Granted it did hit the target I wanted, but I'm comfortable with taking a 25-point profit and kind of just scaling in scaling in how I'm trading since I just started this Apex. So I am currently at 51,000 and we have the FOMC rate decision later at 2, so we could see trading slow down. We could see some chop until then. I don't really know what's going to happen, but as of now, I'm not really seeing much as far as any specific opportunities for me to hop back in a trade. Still seeing some upside potential. After here, looking for the 15,600. After that, I believe the point of control on Nasdaq, as I'm looking at the book map, the point of control is all the way up at 15,620 area about. right about here. So we could potentially look to even tap off the point of control, which I mean would have been a great hold if I held the position, but once you start getting too greedy with your trades is really when you can start seeing some losses occur. And I'm just trying to be more on the cautious side and really focus on getting to that getting to 20 funded accounts and just giving a good show for everyone, making sure we make some money every day. If people are in the stream watching this, feel free to like the video or comments. I just saw Hefe's comment on how long I've been trading. So I've been trading on and off for a while. The last I want to say since 2020, I've been pretty consistent with it. Uh, yeah, so since 2020, very consistently trading and making some money outside of any funded accounts. Or yeah, anything like there's so many funded accounts now, but I feel like Apex is a pretty good one. I know Top Step just changed a bunch of rules. Here, let me put it in the chat in case you can't hear me, Hefe. Most consistent from consistent trading occurred since 2020 about or just before 2019. Let's put 2019, 2020. 2019, 2020, yeah. What you trying to connect on? How would you like to connect with me? You can feel free to connect and ask me some questions. If you could do me a favor too, shoot me a like or a subscribe and help me try to get some viewers and attract some views to the stream. I'd definitely like to get the word out and try to help people and just kind of make this some entertainment as well. Mostly entertainment. Definitely not advising anyone. Let's see how do I do people connect through YouTube? Let's see. Maybe I can let people connect through my Discord. Let me pull up Discord to see if I can get so I get I get a lot of spam messages on Discord. I don't know. Here, let me see. So Hefe, I don't know if you can connect on YouTube, but I'm trying to pull up my Discord to figure out how you can connect with me on there. That would be optimal. Probably. I do get a lot of spam, so you're gonna have to let me know who. All advise full port. What's what? What you saying here, man? All advise full port? What's up? I don't know what you're saying, but all right, let me get let me get this info. Edit profile account. I'm not streaming this Discord, am I? Okay, good. Um, profile. Huh. Trying to figure out how to get this Discord. Trying to change my edit my name to align with my YouTube channel, and then I'll just shoot it over to you. Yeah, legally, I can't be giving advice, and this is definitely not advice. This is trades I'm taking. This is this is for entertainment, man. Gotta stick to the legality side of things. Shit, I know you're messing around here, man. I wish I had the confidence to max size a trade and just make millions right away. I'd love that. Would love to do that. Uh, here, username. See what my Twitter is. I'm gonna line it with my Twitter as well. Changing this for you if you wanna reach out. As All right, my username is Spaz Trading, based off of my YouTube channel. You could shoot me a message on Discord. Check the profile. Display name is Spaz. Username is Spaz Trading. Feel free to shoot me a message on Discord. Just let me know your handle. I get some spam messages here and there. I'm a part of some channels or some different groups, so getting some spam messages is pretty common. But but yeah, we're sitting on this 392 profit today. Rode rode this back up. Rode this back up on Nasdaq. Kind of just waiting out for another trade here. Show the profit again for everyone. 51,000 just over, 392 profit. We had 625 yesterday. Where are we going here? But not seeing too much. I mean, we bounced off this ideal target, and it looks like here. Let me pull the S&P back up. So S&P is back in this channel, and we touched the high of this channel again. The 4,590 level I was talking about. Still haven't broken over it, but now that we're back in this channel, I want to say the low of this channel is 4,586, high 4,590. All right, I see your message. Let me accept the friend request. All right, Hefe, I accepted you. Interesting avatar you got going on here. I don't know what the dragon is, but let's definitely talk shop, man. I definitely have a focus on this YouTube, so I'm gonna be doing this, but I'll put some. Feel free to message me on here while you're on here, and when I'm off, I'll be checking Discord as much as possible. It's definitely not my primary source of or primary way to interact. I definitely don't have notifications on right now, but I'll go ahead and adjust that after stream. It's a blue Oni. Gotcha, gotcha. Not familiar with the blue oni, but I'll have to look into that. Let me Google it. What's a blue oni? Blue oni. Some Japanese folklore. Nice, nice. It is the has powers like thunder and lightning. Okay, this is some interesting stuff. Their evil nature manifesting in their propensity for murder and can. Okay, that's some dark stuff there, man. Oof. But yeah, feel free to shoot me a message on there or while I'm on stream, communicate here. If you have any questions about anything right now as far as trading, shoot them over in chat. Um, don't really have much to do right now while there's chop. Still touching on this resistance level on the channel. Still bullish though. Still bullish and climbing. We took this low and recovered it real quick. Took this small high, recovered it real quick, but it looks like we got a lot more liquidity sweep on this low. So that if anything, it makes me a little bit more confident that we can go higher later just with a higher liquidity sweep to the downside than to the up. 20 accounts. So yeah, so 20 accounts. So trading this Apex. So I have a private trading account, but trading with Apex is they're funded trading accounts. And let me pull it up on my window page. So Apex, I'll put a link on my how many days in the account now. This is my second day only. Second day. So I did a day one that the stream is the live is being processed right now and I'll have it posted to my YouTube in the live section. So I just did a live yesterday and that was 625 in profit. And then I did today, which were at what was it? 392 in profit, bringing us just above 51,000. So 1,000 in 2 days so far. I'm looking to hopefully enter some more trades. Uh, one mini for 2,500 DD 20. What do you mean DD? Too many terms out there, man. I lose track of all the terms. For one day, for one trading day, trading one mini for 2,500. I'm not profiting. Oh yeah, so the total drawdown at any time. So it's a live trailing drawdown, which I feel the best. You always want to take position in a trade when you feel like it's going to break out or sometimes more risky when you see a good support and right off that low. You want to have your drawdown as small as possible. So I'm entering a trade right as I feel it's gonna break out and setting a stop loss very close. So I'm only doing one contract right now. But yeah, the $2,500 is the drawdown, not just for one mini. I mean, it's the total drawdown. So you can have I'm in the 50K contract. So you can do I'll pull it up right now. So you can do I believe up to 10 contracts and it is that $2,500 drawdown. Let me add the window really quick. 1 second here. All right. Okay. So here we are in this. So on the Apex, I'm doing the 50K. Profit goal is 3,000. The trailing trailing threshold, so it's trailing, not like the daily drawdown. There's no daily drawdown, which is fantastic because having a $1,000 trailing daily drawdown, once you're like well above in a funded account, is just oh, I'm sorry to see you blew your 50,000 funded account, man. Sorry to see that. Yeah, so this are you trading with Apex as well? Um, or are you using a different prop firm? I know there's so many dang prop firms out there now, but I did a little research before and I mean, I know there's ones like Top Step and they changed the rules, but and they made it a little bit better, but I just like this. Besides what I saw on the payout method's a little off. But besides that, I mean I like the Apex the best. The trailing threshold. And then once you get a funded, once you pass this profit goal, once you're above the trailing threshold plus 100, so once you get to 2,600 profit in your account, the the trailing threshold will just stop. So you'll have a trailing threshold at 50,100 and you'll be at 2,600 profit and you'll stop there. Um so you were trading. So did you just open the $50,000 account today or what was it looking like? Were you at how much trailing threshold did you have? Did you have the full 2,500 to go down or just trying to get a feel if it was a new account or not. But no, I'm new to this Apex thing. I trade a private account, my own. But okay, so if you just started it today, I mean, what I recommend is just just to ease into everything. I recommend really just taking it small. Like you saw me, I did uh I did one NASDAQ contract, one NQ contract, and I discussed earlier in the video, sometimes even like starting off with like 4 or 5 MNQ contracts of the micros. Like you really wanna start small and establish that basis. This is just what I do personally, and I find it the most successful. And then what I do to really be successful is just have entries that I used to lose the most money when I would just chase during my early trading or have entries that I wasn't extremely confident in. You want to have multiple reasons why you're entering a trade, multiple things that make you confident in the trade that you can identify. I'm gonna exit out of this window here for the Apex. But yeah, so you want to have multiple reasons to enter a trade, um, and real confidence, and it's just the timing of when you enter in the trade for me. Like if you enter at the right time, you shouldn't have that much of a drawdown. So if you're able to enter, if I'm able to enter at the ideal time for me, and I'm limiting how much trailing threshold is going to be hit and just leaves me the ability to kind of keep raising the stop loss and I'll at least make it to break even, if not at least some take profit. So I'm guaranteeing that I'll have a little bit of profit. Now, if you don't, if you get too cocky, if I get too cocky and I don't take profit in time, like you can go up $5,000 and then come back down. It just really depends on how high you adjust your adjust your stop loss. You want to keep adjusting as the profit increases. Really, really can't get. too greedy, and greed is another reason why a lot of traders will end up losing money over the course of their trading career. So I've been talking and wasn't really paying attention to this, but we did break out of this channel here. This earlier channel broke out. We're about retesting the earlier breakout, but it was just a fake out. Um, I'm not really a huge fan in the trade because we've just been on this steady up. We just go down, up, and it's it's not any certain direction yet. So I'm just not confident, not gonna take it. Any other questions you got? Like while I'm talking about this stuff? Enjoy having something to discuss. It's good to look on the higher time frames too. I really use that to my benefit. Like looking over here on ES, I mean, we've just been in an extremely bullish couple weeks, if not couple months. I mean, look at this here. Gotta zoom out a little bit, but we've just been going up and up. It's been nuts. Here, once we broke out above this 4,200, it's just been crazy upside. Um, so when I was first starting out, I I I tried a course. I really wasn't the biggest fan. I found most of my education through a lot of different YouTube videos through different people, kind of just doing what you're doing right now. Kind of like watching lives and looking at different people and kind of getting different perspectives on trading and learning different pieces of what works for different people, what doesn't work, and a big thing too is just taking the years and taking some losses. When you mention concepts, what are you talking about? Um, and confirmation signals will just be they can be anything from like staying above certain EMAs that I like. I like them. So once we get a direction, staying above certain EMAs can be one. I try to only take trades to the upside if I'm above the 200 SMA. Try to only take trades to the downside if I'm below the 200 SMA. I mean, I I will look for support and resistance price levels, um, breakouts of those. I'll look at even just like volume spikes. Certain volume spikes can indicate different things. There's a wide array of indicators, and they're just personal to me that I use to in order to enter a trade. And some might be a little bit more persuasive to me than others, and it's very contingent upon each situation. And so for technical analysis, I'm using EMAs, I'm using SMAs, I'm using the VWAP, I'm using retracement levels, I'm using volume price analysis, I'm using um pivot points over here. I mean I use like it's but you can't really base it off of one certain thing. Like these are only things to help you out and help guide you in the right direction, but they're not a clear if there was a clear telltale sign like hey buy here, sell here, I mean everyone would be millionaires. So volume profile analysis is kind of kind of just, well, volume profile analysis is looking at like on that's usually charted to the right of a graph. And that's like looking at how much volume is at a certain price level. So like if a lot of volume steps in, like so here, so let's look at this channel earlier. So if a lot of volume stepped in here to keep us in this channel area, it confirms that this is a sideways channel right here. A lot of volume steps in here to confirm that this is a resistance level here. So that's just confirming that we're in a sideways channel. And then breakouts with volume can, based on the volume profile analysis, yeah, I meant volume profile, my bad. Volume profile can it can really help indicate direction sometimes, but it's can't definitely can't be used alone. And footprint charts are great. Order flow is great. I mean, I definitely am using all that. I don't I have some of that up on my screen, and I'm actually using Bookmap too over here on a different screen, but I don't have that on available on the stream, unfortunately. But different things like that are really important to help me as well as a trader. And um yeah, it's just situational on the day too. So we hit this breakout of the channel, touched on the previous little breakout of the channel, and we're still not breaking above it yet. And this directional undecided chop is it's not appealing to me. Not appealing. Any other questions? Oh, time frame. I missed the time frame. Sorry. So time frame, I think I have it pulled up on my screen. So time frames I'll use my main chart, which I'll trade on. Um or or I'll be trading on sometimes like a tick or second chart. But my main chart that I have as with the most size on my screen is a 1 minute chart, and then I'll have 5, 15, 1 hour, and a daily chart. Now sometimes, I mean, these are up at all times for me. Sometimes I'll be adjusting these charts to like the 15 minutes. Sometimes I'll adjust it to a 30 minute hour. Sometimes I'll adjust it to 4 hour and back. Daily, sometimes I'll adjust it to weekly. Definitely looking at the bigger time frames helps give you a general sense. Like when I look at the daily chart here, like I was saying, like we've just been like, even if you're watching how everything's trading on a day-to-day basis, you're just seeing like so much bullish momentum lately. And and I mean, granted, we do have red days, but it gives you a sense of direction. It gives you just a sense, and just a sense is one thing that helps push you in the right direction towards making a trade. But yeah, great questions. If you could do me a favor, man, and like the video if you haven't already. I'm definitely just trying to build a basis for myself since I'm new to this YouTube streaming thing. Really want to help help create some entertainment, get out there for people. All right. Back under this resistance for the channel. Um Appreciate it, Hefe. Thank you, man. Thanks. Yeah. Yep. You start small though. Start with 5K and trade micros. Start and then get up to 10K, get up to 20, get up to 50, and you work your way up. and if need be, you can load money into your account. I mean, I don't know a trader that hasn't lost money in his trading journey just beginning. I've lost money in the beginning. I've lost, man, I don't even know how much I lost, but it's a significant amount for sure just to get to where I'm at. So we're back in this channel. Like I said, no trades in the channel for me. And wasn't confident on the trade above the channel either for the breakout. Um, I don't set a profit goal. I aim to take out every week, so I'd say like I consider my profit more on a weekly basis for sure, but I don't aim for a set target. I look at good trades and I look at confident trades, and if there's trades during a week that I'm more confident in, some trades I can just let ride for a while too. Like I'll scale for sure. So like I'll scale in with a couple contracts, and then sometimes I'm so confident where I can let one or two contracts ride out and really achieve more profit. So essentially no profit goal, and I always feel if you look at it kind of like you need a certain profit goal, and you're really focusing on hitting a profit goal, that type of thought is really kind of greed, and that's how I found myself taking losses in the beginning of my trading journey. So I um I swayed away from that thought process and just focus on if I'm more confident in a trade and how I see the trade playing out and where I essentially entered the position on a trade. If I had a phenomenal entry and can just really let the thing ride and have my keep raising my stop along the way, then I'll do just that, and it could end up being a good week. It's day to day, week to week, and trade to trade. It was probably one of the toughest things for me though, but patience, and I know everyone says it. That's the most overused term in trading, but it's true. And no problem with the questions, man. There's not much I'm trading right now, so I do not mind at all answering questions. How long have you been trading for? There's definitely a delay in the stream I've noticed, so I'm getting the chats a little. Even if I look at it on my laptop, I'm seeing that my voice is delayed, even noticing it on my laptop, so I don't know how to get around that, but it's only a small delay. 5 years? Yeah, I mean, trading takes time for sure. Have you been using any of the anything I went over, like certain EMAs that are similar to me, certain charting tactics that I've went over? Love to hear feedback from other people. Looks like we're pushing back to the lower channel again. I might just take this trade on a small size here. I think I'm gonna take a small size here on this trade. Give you a little live preview. So we're gonna do 45.86. Um, and then we're gonna do a tight stop. We're gonna do 45.85. So we're only doing a $25 stop loss. Actually we'll do below this. So do use a modified EMA. Don't use volume. So RSI is very controversial. I mean, I don't use it too much. I kind of just use it for if I'm in like a scalp trade and we are pretty overextended and I'm starting to be a little greedy. I'll just notice that and I will just take profit there. So if we hit this, I'm gonna go for a small trade here, just with the bullishness pushing us back in the channel. And then I'll look for, let's see, let's see what happens here. See if I get an immediate stop out. We're also above the pivot point, which I like. So we came back up. Oh, oh no. If I had a 25-cent difference on that, missed it. Well, I was looking for an optimal entry, and I might not get it. It might have just hit 4,586, 25 cents above. We'll see here, but I'm not gonna force it and raise it, and that's just how I trade. But don't know how to. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's just taking the time and just going over like historic chart data too. I mean, you've been trading for 5 years, so I know you've seen a lot yourself and gotten to learn a lot, but just going over historic data and stuff and day to day, you learn every day that you're trading. Every day is educational, in my opinion. And it's really important too, like especially if you're struggling to kind of review your trades, review your trades at the end of the day after you're done trading. Even if you had a really good day, like kind of just focus on like what your entry was, what could have been better about your entry, where your take profit was, if you could have taken profit at a better price, if you got a little too greedy with it, kind of just like look at you know no one knows themselves better than you do. So you know like your weaknesses, you know your strengths, and then that's kind of really what's most important. But yeah, I mean I definitely like using volume profile and I'm kind of getting that volume profile using bookmap. So it looks like we're coming back down after that bounce, which honestly might be a good sign that I'm going to get stopped out if we do tap here. But but we'll see. We shall see. Give it some time. Let me pull up the trade on the chart. I'm gonna trade alter this. So pulling up. Yes. Yeah, so I'm trying to enter that 85.86 and I'm doing a really tight stop, which can be risky. I mean, sometimes it's better to give yourself a little bit more room because you'll just be constantly hitting stops. I'm starting to see a lot more liquidity pop up to the downside. Hmm. I mean, not too much going on right now, and we're also in the heat of lunchtime. So lunchtime trading is fairly slow, fairly slow. Can can be the opposite at times, but for the most part, you got your market makers at they're um they're on break. You think market makers are getting stop loss to the upside or downside? Like getting stopped to the upside or getting stopped to the downside? I think with the FOMC rate decision today too, I think it's just about patience and I mean not really forcing any trades. Yeah, that is exactly what we're trying to find out. I mean, it very well could be just like they're looking at faking us out to the downside, bringing it up, and I mean, just switching us out. Today could just be up, down, up, down. You do get those days sometimes where it's down for a while, up for a while, and all these EMAs are just irrelevant. Looks like I'm gonna get stopped out of this trade fairly quick. Seeing a lot of sellers. Yep. So that was we're hitting some downside right here, so definitely no reason to be taking out of this channel that I liked. I mean, the only other thing yeah, getting these stop losses hit and proceeding to the downside more, it looks like. But you tell me, are you thinking they trying to get the I can't tell you yet. I'm not seeing any clear direction either way. In my honest opinion, I'd be trading something if I saw any direction and I'm not doing that right now, so not the biggest fan. Not the biggest fan of anything right now. All right. Let me go back to this. Charting. All right. Hmm. Nothing going on here. Nothing worth trading in my to me going on here. All right, Hafe. Well, I'm probably gonna be getting off for a lunch break here myself. Might hit the gym and then I'll be popping back on at least 15 minutes before that 2 o'clock rate decision. So if you wanna come back and check it, um, I'll probably yeah, I'm gonna end the stream for now and I'm gonna be starting another one. So hit that subscribe button and I'll be popping back on later for the FOMC and I'll just have that live saved as something else. Anyways, best of luck to you, man. And thanks for all the questions. All right, I'm out of here. Good luck.